Hello, we are back for some more Gran Turismo 7. It's a new week of daily races, and we're on daily race B at Red Bull Ring. We're going to be using the WRX, which seems to be the meta car in Group 3, because we are Group 3. It's a tricky one, this one. Track limit penalties are a nightmare on Red Bull Ring, as you will probably see during the races. The WRX is a tricky car to drive. It's not one I'm familiar with that much. I've only driven it a couple of times before. It snap oversteers quite a lot. It is tricky, very tricky. But we'll see how we get on. I'm going to try and set a bit of a better lap before the race starts. We've got a race starting in, what, 12 minutes? So, yeah, 10-2 is the first race for tonight. I've done a couple of races. Didn't go great, but we will see how they carry on for tonight. So I'm going to jump in, get a couple of quality laps in, and see how we get on. Right, so we are currently fourth on our friends list with a 1:28.994 is our quality time, which puts us 300th. We're exactly 300th. It's not bad. Right, we'll get a Ghost to follow. Let's go for that one. Nice and easy car to distinguish against the background. We will go for that one. And get some laps in. Right, gonna go with +3 on the brake balance for this one. That's probably already a penalty. No, got away with it. I thought the back end had slid over the line. Red Bull Ring is one of those tracks that's quite easy to learn it because there's not an awful lot of corners, but getting quick on it is really hard. Especially that corner. That's a horrible corner. It's where a lot of the accidents happen, that corner. People dive bombing into it, and this one. You get a lot of people pushing to pass on this one. And you've got to be really careful not to go wide on this bit. To get fast times, you've got to be like super close to the track limits all the way around. And if you push too hard, the back end of the car is likely to spin on you. Right, so we've got a fair bit to go. And they're straight over the line. Hey Caden, how's it going? Hope you're good. Yeah, turn 1 on this is horrible. Trying to get the corner right. You've got this curb on the inside that can bounce you wide. The back end of the car wants to slide away from you, and you've all that time got to keep the car inside the curbs so you don't get a penalty. And there you've got to watch because the back end wants to go as well. I was a bit too keen on the throttle then, and you lose so much time as soon as the wheels start spinning. Hey Rob, how's it going? Just changing up to a higher gear in this car just to stop the back wheel spinning out on me. I think that's a penalty. Yeah, whatever the line. Because if I want to push it to get anywhere near me time, I'm just going to have to risk penalties all the way around. A terrible line. Need a good exit from that first corner. No worries, Rob. Thanks for popping in. I didn't slow down quite enough there. I had to turn back on myself, which skidded the car. So I've lost a load of time down this straight. So I want to brake just before the 100 on this one. Down to first. Be really careful on the throttle. If you can get away clean from that corner, it makes such a difference. And you want to try and keep nice and tight to that line during a race, because people always try and dart up the inside. Oh, I overshot that corner. Well, at least didn't get a penalty this time, but it's quite a slow lap. Oh, just kept inside. Yeah, 6/10 off again. Yeah, hit the brakes too late there. I was going wide. There is a way you can actually get away with the track limit penalty on that corner. But I've not seen a way of doing it consistently yet. Because you see the really fast lap times, they just completely miss the track limits on that one. I should stay in third for that one. In a race, I'll go and drop to second just to make sure I make the corner, but... Ah, come on. On qualifying, I'll keep it in higher gear, just for the speed. So we've got a race coming up in just over 4 minutes, just under 5 minutes now, I guess. And this, it'll probably be a relatively sweaty race, this one. I think all the people who normally do race C are doing this week. Ah, oh, hit the wall. It's that curb. If you catch it wrong, it just bounces you out of limits. Gotta be so careful. It's such an annoying circuit, this. Terrible corner, but we'll go with it. I'm on a 128.9. Yeah, 128.994. Favorite cars? All-time favorites. Lamborghini Countach is probably one of my favorites. I used to have a poster of a Lamborghini Countach on my wall when I was a kid. And I used to love the intro to the film Cannonball Run with the Lamborghini. I hear they're absolutely terrible cars to drive, if to own, but they looked amazing. I always used to like the Lotus Esprit as well, from the old James Bond film. Spy Who Loved Me. The one that went underwater. T1 is a tricky one. Oh no. No, I've never come close to owning any fancy cars. Yes, it's a tricky too. It's a tricky corner. Because you've got to juggle not hitting the curb on the inside. And you've also got to not go wide. Well, it's the best I've done that corner in a while. Hey, bro, it's... Thanks for popping in. Cheers for the sub, much appreciated. Oh, messed it up. Went over the line. So that's a penalty. But let's see what time it would have ended up with. That's a penalty as well. I mean, that was an awful lap, but never mind. The track limits are tricky on this one. You basically have to stay where the red and white curbing is. You're allowed, as long as your inside wheels are just over the curb, you're generally okay. But if your tyres go over the curb, then completely. It's different to the track limits that like you'd have in F1 or... It's generous on this, whereas like proper races, it's the white line on the curbs. This, it's the whole curb. So I could go all the way over here. And that's in limits on this. But I've just cut that yellow curb, so that'll be a penalty. Because I touched the yellow curb. I've got a race starting in 10 seconds anyway. I'd imagine there'll probably be a load of A+ drivers again. Alright, let's see who we get. Let's see who's on tonight. Yeah, I played on PS1. Okay, where do we start? 5th. Okay, that's not too bad. So we've got a couple of A+ guys in. Only want to know. Oh, Stampy's in. And Turbo Mickey. At least I'm not going to punt Stampy off anyway. Where's Turbo Mickey? Oh, and Parksy as well. Here we go. I think you can... I think it's just trying to be safe. You can do it. I'm just... That last corner always gets me. It's trying to carry as much speed as you can without going wide. And I think I'm just overcautious of going wide on that corner. So I tend to... I'm dropping to second gear when really you should do it in third and then change up to fourth just as you hit the curb. There's kind of like a little compression on that curb, and if you hit it just right, it helps the car rotate. But I can never do it consistently, so just to be on the safe side and avoid like messing my lap up, I tend to drop to second and up to third again, which is slower but safer. The best Group 3 car in GT7, that very much depends on the circuit. Like for this one, this week, it's this car, the WRX. That's why everyone's driving it. So you'll tend to find a particular car will work best on a given combo. Although you've got a McLaren there, which is an interesting choice. But first race of the night, see how we get on. And that corner as well, cold tyres straight off the bat. And you've got to hit that corner. Horrible. Nearly spun it. Hey, Seth. Hey, Jack. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you are new. We are streaming horizontal and vertical. Oh, a couple have gone. Yeah, it's really tricky. So the guys in front are going to be super fast. Nearly went. No, I only stream on YouTube. We're streaming vertical and horizontal on YouTube. No, I think a lot of people would rather have a wheel, but most players do use a controller. Because controller's accessible, isn't it? So. Exactly that, Seth. Hit the wrong brake marker there. Hey, Reese. Oh, I can't do VR. It's not too bad. I think a lot of people pull harder on the trigger than they need to. Messed up that corner. Yes, I was exactly the same stack. I had a T150. No, I'm on manual gears. Yeah, I'd always recommend manual gears. Yes, check your count, this is live. That might be a penalty, because I hit that yellow curb. Nope, got away with it. Hello, Tom. Well, does have feedback on the triggers on the DualSense, which is one reason I found it better than the T150, because you get quite good feedback. A lot of people use automatic and do okay, but to be able to use the gears for extra rotation or stop your sliding, or early shifts, things like that. Making a right mess of this lap. Well, you can drop if you drop a gear, the car rotates quicker. I'm steering with the thumbsticks. I know a lot of people like the gyro controls, but hey, catch. I find that the gyro drifts. I'll put a little bit of distance between me and the guy behind. No, it's just, well, it's there's no clutch, so the clutch is automatic. Because essentially it's the same as using a paddle shifter. Right, just one big corner left to go. Well, couple. Hey, Hobby. Not a bad result for the first one. Fourth. I will take that. Assetto Corsa. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never really got on with the Assetto Corsa on the controller. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. If you're watching on the vertical stream, double tap to give it a like. I am streaming horizontal and vertical, so if you see me answering stuff that you haven't seen, it's because the chat is split between the two. I need to sort that at some point. Grab some of this tea before it goes cold. Yeah, it can be tricky. How did we do? Oh, Stampy finished right behind me. So we DRs. All right. Yes, rather. Gained some DR. That's good. Parksy lost some, so I don't know what Parksy got up to. But that's not bad. Decent result. Hey, AutoWorks, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. Right, so queue up for the next one. It's quite a long time between the races in this. Could have done with being 6 laps. It's 9 minutes. Hey, Black Flag, how's it going? It's gives me plenty of time to try and work on the lap though, because I need to go a little bit quicker. Like I say, we've got a 128.9 at the moment, which was probably just outside the 300. Yeah, 301 now. Oh, okay. Yeah, AutoWorks, I'm good. Good. Right, get the Ghost. Load a Ghost car. Which one we were using? This one, were we Punisher? Alright, get some more laps in. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I've not really played the F1 games because I'm not a massive F1 fan, but hit the curb. There's I think there's a lot of similarities in that they're both accessible. I can't really comment on how realistic the F1 handling is because I've never really played it. It's sport mode. I very rarely touch the single player. Done it again. Yeah, I'm using the triggers. Because you need it with the DualSense. Because it's where most of the feedback is. Yeah, mostly sport mode on this. I mean, I've done the... I've got the platinum for it. Oh, I need to do that proper. I'm trying to go too quick. But I've got the Power Pack DLC to play through. So I'm going to do some videos on that when I get around to it. So, fortunately enough, PlayStation sent me a code for it before Christmas, so I can come around to doing it. Ah, it's that bump. Keeps catching me out. It does look pretty neat. I mean, the AI is better. There's the one thing I don't like about the single player is the old AI, because you're basically just doing a race starting at the back. And then it's a time trial with things in the way, the standard races. The Sophie AI makes it a bit more interesting, I think. Keep getting that wrong. Just can't nail that at all. So I'll get a penalty there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I've seen like Rory did it. A few others have been doing it recently. Didya did it. But yeah, no thanks. That won't be happening. I mean, spawn mode's quite annoying. Yay, finally got it. I mean, I don't play as much as I used to. I used to only stream this, really, and do videos for this, but I combine it with a load of other stuff now. So I play just as much arcade stuff as I do this. Although, depending who you speak to, people consider this arcade as well. Yeah, I can't be doing with that. Ah, penalty. Went too wide on that corner. Oh, it wasn't a penalty. That is. That's a shame. I'd have paid more attention. Oh, horrible shame. At some point, Seth, it depends on what people want to say. Nobody really uses cockpit view in this because it's not very good. Most people use this view or the roof cam. The only people who, I suppose, cockpit view, if you're in VR, you know, that works. I keep hitting the same bump. That just sends me sideways. But that wasn't a penalty, which is weird. I expected that to be a penalty. Yeah, some use third person. Which is, you know, I find that a bit weird. I can see why people do it. Because you want to be able to see what the car's doing. Yeah, I prefer this view. Ooh, close. Bumped me out again. A lot of people like that view, because you can see where the edges of the cars are. Well, the edges of the car. And you get the extra visibility because you're high up. But you lose the rear view mirror, so you have to keep doing that. So yeah, I'll stick with that one. I mean, the radar helps a bit. But I don't really like the radar in this. I'm the same, catch. I'm so used to the mirror now. No, not really. I tend to just use the controller. That's a bit better. Yeah, LMU, and I know Forza added one. That was right in the middle. That fades in and out. And I much prefer the rectangles in there, you know, that actually show you where the cars are, rather than arrows. Because if I see an arrow next to me, I've got no idea the width of their car. I mean, I can see the radar, because you kind of just glance at it as you're racing around. Oh, we're starting fourth in this one. Oh, we're ahead of a couple of A+ drivers. Interesting. But yeah, it's the ones where it puts it right in the middle are great. With Project Motor Racing I did on, and that was all right. That was in the middle. And Forza is in the middle. They all just copy ACCs, don't they? This is the rank multiplayer stuff, so it's all matchmaking. Yeah, where's Turbo Mickey? Yes. Yeah. So all the way that, because there's so many players on this, the matchmaking works really well, generally. With the number of races there are, and the way they're spaced out, you tend to race against people of a similar level, so you mix it up a bit on Daily Race A sometimes, because less people do that. So you'll often find a mixture of ranks on that, but see, I'm mostly racing with the A and A+ guys on this. Although sometimes I'll end up with the B. So you get some B drivers in there if it gets late, when it gets later because I'm in the UK. So, and these are the EU lobbies, so it tends to thin out a bit. It's, you know, in about an hour, you'll get anyone in. Northern Arts Speedway? I don't think so. I changed that, yeah. They tend to rotate the same tracks over and over. Not you know, excuse me. He's probably going to get a penalty, the guy behind. Well, this was unexpected. Anyway. Yeah, Brands is a good circuit. Shame they haven't got Silverstone in. Oh, nice. Guy behind, having a bit of a wiggle. I'm hoping the cars at the back behind just keep battling with each other. Messed that up a bit. Yeah, so you get Silverstone in the F1 games. That's probably a penalty because I clipped the yellow bit. Yeah, I thought so. That's a shame. Car behind will probably catch me now. To be honest, I avoid Nürburgring most of the time. I like the GP circuit, especially the sprint version. Got away with that a bit. I hit it again, but I got tapped, so I had to brake hard. He's going to totally try and go at the inside. I will not be happy if it gives me a penalty for that, because he forced me over the line. think I could probably got a penalty there. Oh no, got away with it. No, there's no Silverstone, just brands. If I can keep close to this guy, I should get me place back. Yeah, Gilles Villeneuve was added in December. Oh, he's caught the gravel. Well, considering all the penalties we got, that's not a bad result. I mean, the A+ guys finished above me, but I don't mind that so much. I'm sure it is. The ground, I've not looked. To be honest, I've only done a little bit on that circuit. I think I did the circuit experience, and that was it. I mean, this looks a lot nicer than iRacing. I mean, you know, iRacing's a deeper sim, isn't it? I don't really like ACC. I have tried it on controller. It was drivable, but the feedback's no good. Yeah, I think Forza's... Oh yeah, iRacing looks terrible, but that's not why people play it, is it? I suppose. Yeah, ACC, the controller feedback's rubbish. So we got some more DR. That's good. Keep that, 'cause it was a couple of good moves. Yeah, there was Project Motor Racing was okay on the controller. They added an update recently that made the controller a bit snappier. So it actually plays a not too bad on controller. Project Motor Racing. It's just a shame about some of the other stuff. I know once they sort some more of the stuff out on that, I think it's got potential. That game, Project Motor Racing. I think in 12 months that'll be quite a good racing game. So where are we DR wise? Let's have a look. Oh, we're nearly back to halfway. Well, third of the way. We had dropped down to about a quarter into DRA, and we're nearly halfway again, which is good. That wasn't a dive bomb. I went up the inside. I didn't touch it. We can have a look at the replay. That wasn't a dive bomb. That was just a pass. I don't think I actually touched your car at all. And I made the corner. So that's not a dive bomb. That's like massive gap and I went up it. In fact, we'll have a look. Yeah, it's only on PlayStation. Which lap was it? Let's put the stuff on. Was it this lap? Yeah, it's all. So I had that penalty. That's this one. Yeah, that's not a dive bomb. So was he shouldn't have left a massive gap. I left you tons of space. That's just a move. Sorry, dude. Penalty or not? I mean, you were going to take the place back anyway. You know, I didn't know that you weren't going to get a penalty. You could have easily got a penalty on one of the other corners, which you didn't. So, if you'd have got a penalty as well, I'd have been in front. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, dude. That was fine. Not even that. If I'd have hit him, then yeah, I'd have given the place back, but I didn't. That was perfectly fine. You unlock multiplayer once you... Well, yeah, because you got the place back when I had the penalty. So it's not like you lost out. You unlock multiplayer after menu book 9, I believe. Yeah, menu book 9 unlocks multiplayer, and then it's a case of racing in ranked racing until you get up to top end of DLB, bottom end of A, I guess. Hi, Jaron. Yeah, because I wouldn't normally force a pass if with a penalty, but it was there, so. Obviously, you do need PlayStation Plus to play online. Oh, terrible corner. Yeah, level 9 menu books, and then it's the grind in the sport mode. That was a horrible corner. A little bit slow around that bend. Oops. There is, but the track limits on Gran Turismo are a bit more generous. So on most racing games, that is fine. If you do this on like F1, that'll be a penalty. But on Gran Turismo, that is okay because your tyres are on the curb. If I go there, that's a penalty in Gran Turismo, and I'm also on the gravel. But that's fine because I'm still on the curb, whereas the championship sort of limits are there. So yeah, Gran Turismo can have different track limits depending on. It can set either like championship ones or just the regular runs. Because they had the proper sort of official track limits on Yas Marina last week on Race C, and it caused loads of people hassle because everyone's so used to being able to run over the curbs, and they were getting tons of penalties. That might be a penalty. So if you go over that sausage, it's a penalty, yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's not a nice curb because you can get caught for penalties on the inside and the outside. I think it ran wide anyway. Plus, in this car, when you're trying to accelerate out of that corner in third gear, and the car wants to try and kill you in third gear. You got to make sure the car's straight before you accelerate, otherwise it spins out. Well, people try and cheat the penalties on this circuit all the time. Because the way the penalty system works, as you probably saw in the last race, it just slows you down. So if you run over the grass, it can't slow you down as much, but you risk spinning out. So what people will do is they come round to the penalty system. They go on the grass like that, and it won't slow you down as much. So it's a way to kind of cheat the penalty system. Loads of people kind of frown on it. I tend not to do it. Unless everyone else in the race is doing it, and then I probably would. Because then you're just losing out for no reason. But, yeah. Typical. I'm not going to get a full lap in, and that's the best I've done that corner tonight. That's a shame. That would have been potentially a really nice lap. Let's see what we get. Fourth again. Oh, Max is in. So Mickey's at the top. ALVP. Not for next week, no. I know what this week's are. Because I'm on one. I know what the other ones are. Do you mean this week's? Or do you mean next week's? Maybe it is, again. Yeah, they probably will. I'm just going to try and keep out of the way, to be honest. Hey, Max, how's it going? I've got to try and not punt you off on turn 1 now. I mean, I've not completely binned it yet, so that's going to happen at some point. Just get that out of the way. I always massively bin it at some point. Oh, okay. Daily Race A is Group 4 at... Oh, which one is it? I always get it mixed up. Is it Trow Mountain? Trow Mountain this week, Race A. Race B is this. Red Bull Ring, Group 3. And Race C is a tuning race. It's like a long daily Race A. It's very weird. Well, that was the wrong gear. Yeah, Daily Race C is not very popular. Messed that corner up. That was tricky. Messed that up. Cars behind have dropped down a bit. Max is really quick. So I'll be lucky to get anywhere near these. Yeah, he called the gravel. Tyre started spinning out of that corner. Ah, penalty, rubbish. Yeah, I got a penalty now. I thought I might go away with it. Misjudged where it was going to go. Oh, someone's gone. Car behind, properly spun out. How about that? Purple sector. I quite enjoyed that film. Even my wife liked the Gran Turismo film, and she doesn't like Gran Turismo. Another purple sector. Wow. Oh, Max has got past. Well, I'm nailing sector 1. Two purple sectors again. On a penalty, yay! Oh, Turbo Mickey's gone. I tend to watch rallying. I watch WRC. So we've got Rally Sweden this weekend. So I'll try and watch some of that. Yeah, British GT would probably be quite good. Hey, podium. I'll take that. Especially as soon as all the penalties we had. I mean, I quite like watching Rallycross as well. I don't know what happened with Turbo Mickey, whether he got tapped and spun. I guess we'll find out in the chat afterwards. But yeah, that was went surprisingly well. Should gain a decent bit of DR for that. Nice one, Max. I tend not to see the rallies. It's like all over the place, so I never get a chance to go. I went to see when they had last time they had a Rally GB, which was a few years ago now. Was it 2020, 2021? Might have been 2019. Last time they had a Rally GB. It's normally set in Wales when they do it, or it was. But they had the ceremonial start in Liverpool. So I went to see it. Ceremonial start. That was pretty cool. Get to see all the cars arriving. Get to meet some of the drivers. Got to meet sort of Seb Ogier and a few others. It was when Rovanpera was just starting. Kalle Rovanpera. He was like just starting out in rally. Who knew he was going to go on and win a world championship so young? But yeah, it's quite cool. It's so different to when you see like F1, like the pit lanes and everything. And the drivers are just there signing cards, and you can go and say hello and have your picture taken with them. There's a guy who used to drive in for Citroen in WRC, Mads Osberg. Yeah, I met him. Hayden Padden, who's back this year, met him as well. Yes, they did, Max. Yeah, it's a shame I couldn't get to see that one. Yeah, the rallying. I do like the rallying. They're so good. Yeah, the skill of the guys driving it is ridiculous. They're driving like a narrow country lane at narrow country lane that's muddy and wet at like 100 kilometers an hour, and it's slightly wider than the car. It's absolutely insane. And what's his name? John Armstrong, who did he was the technical advisor for WRC, EA WRC, and I think he did some stuff for Kiloton as well. But he was the rally advisor for the game, and he's in the WRC now. He used to race WRC 2 and Junior, and now he's actually in. He drives for M Sport in proper top level WRC. Titi Pile, how's it going? So yeah, John Armstrong's done really well, because he did esports as well, because he couldn't get a proper rally drive, so he became like an esports champion at rallying, and then ended up going into helping them with the games, and now he's back driving for M Sport. Hey Brevitz, no worries. Thanks for popping in. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you are new. And we are streaming horizontal and vertical, so if you see me chatting to people who they don't see, so Max might feel he's a bit on his own because he's on the horizontal stream and everyone else is chatting on the vertical one. So if you jump onto that, Max. I did that ghost then, didn't I? Let's get a couple more lads. I always find this track so awkward on controller. Yes, they are a bit. To be honest, the American servers weren't too bad when I was on them on Sunday. In fact, it was me doing most of the punting, I think. I mean, you can take the guy out of the European servers, but... But yeah, keep on earning it. Oh, I hate that corner. Any race now, they will be punting on this stream. I've had a bit more practice on this one this week, so I'm not quite so bad. It's when I haven't played it for a week or two and I come back in, it takes a little while to get used to get back up to speed with the racing. Yeah. Come on. I mean, I did send a couple of cars absolutely flying on Sunday. No. Well, I have used it briefly on this channel ages ago. That corner. Max is used to me driving behind him. There are worse people he could have in his rearview mirror. I remember there was a race we had. It was on Grand Valley a few months back. Well, it was I think it was about a year ago. We had on Grand Valley, and it was some poor guy, Turkish guy. I absolutely launched him. He was A+ as well, and I just absolutely launched him. Missed the braking because I was talking to someone in chat. Totally missed the braking, launched him off the end of the circuit. He was okay about it. I said, you know, apologised to him afterwards, said sorry. You know, I missed me braking. And he's like, don't worry about it, it happens. Did exactly the same thing to him in the next race. Exactly the same place, launched him right off the track again. He was not happy. I don't blame him. I was like, sorry, you're not going to believe this, but... yeah. He seemed less impressed the second time. So anyway. Yeah, 128.9 on this. Yeah, 128.904. Favourite vehicle to drive? I don't know. I can't decide between the Group 3 and the Group 4 cars in this. Oh, I've done it again. I like the challenge of the Group 3 cars. The Group 4 cars are easier. Yeah, playing the Grand races. Mind you, I've been playing, what's the name? Carmageddon. I could do with some guns on this. That's running over zombies and blowing up all the other cars with rocket launchers and stuff. Unfortunately, it's not multiplayer. That would have been amazing, multiplayer. Oh, I've done it again. Totally misjudged that. Should have stayed in third gear, because that'll be a penalty again. Yeah, I thought I was going to get away with that. It's really hard to get used to a wheel for those who've switched it from controller. I think most people find that they're much slower when they first switch over, and then a lot of people get used to it. I just had a real hard time getting used to the wheel. Oh, you got a good setup. I mean, I might get a wheel one day, but I'm not in any rush. It'd be nice for playing some other stuff, I guess. Oh, gravel. This is why I very rarely beat my quali times on stream, because I'm usually busy chatting and not concentrating. Yeah, there's definitely that. The turn delay on controller could be very annoying on some circuits, and the limited steering angle as well. Right, let's see if we get in this one. Oh, okay, 100%. See, I've been playing Horizon on this. I did play on the Xbox because I have a Series X. Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's no guarantee it'll be any quicker. Not made it to A+ yet in this. I don't race it enough, to be honest. You have to grind it a bit to get to A+. And I'm just not on it enough. I mean, this combo is working okay for me tonight, whereas I had 2 races at lunchtime and I binned it both times. Well, I got punted off once. Some guy darted up the inside and knocked me wide. Yeah, good luck. Try and get there. Just follow the ghosts. Look at the faster times. Well, I used to drive this a lot more, mostly the online, but I think the penalty systems or the lack of, just kind of frustrating, because you can spend ages getting a decent qualifying time, and then someone will just punt you off. It's just really annoying. He was like fit starts a couple of places behind you, so it's like, well, it's a bit of a waste of time. Oh, watch out, Max. Max will get me back. Yeah. He's possibly pushing it too hard. Oh, they're fighting. Oh dear. Play nice. Got to watch out for Turbo Mickey. Oh, the collision physics are horrendous. I'm just going to let him go up the inside. Oh, he got a penalty as well. But he's quicker than me, so... Yeah, I tend not to watch F1. It feels a bit like a soap opera. I mean, the drivers are very talented to do what they do, but... Oh, they both got penalties. I accidentally hit Turbo Mickey then. Probably got another penalty, yeah. Keep hitting that yellow curb. That was a good race. I enjoyed that one. GG's, Max. Shame about the penalty. I keep catching that curb. I know, it was mad, that, wasn't it? I know Mickey and Redline were smashing into each other. SpongeBoy, yes, this is on PS5. That was good fun, that one. I mean, I did tap thingy. Yeah, I know I definitely caught Mickey. And it probably caught you as well. Because that was just late braking. Oh, I thought I braked early as well, but I guess everyone else did. No worries, Seth. What time are we on? I'll probably do one more tonight. Whole collection? Which one? When you say whole collection, do you mean the menu box or something else? I don't know the exact number, but there's quite a few. Oh, the cars. Ah, right, okay, that's good. Fair bit of grinding for cash for that. Yeah, it's Project Motor Race now has improved a bit. I know on controller it feels a lot better. Not really. You can go a bit onto it. I've seen some drivers go over it, but I don't know where you get there. Actually, I'll start again. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, exactly that. Don't cross the yellow curb. Although there does look to be a way you can go further, because I've seen cars ride over the other side, and I've done it a couple of times, and I haven't got a penalty for it. So basically, if you hit this yellow curb, if you hit that, that's a penalty. But really, you want to stay... You can straddle that. That's about as close as you can get, I think. But yeah, I've seen a couple of people go over it. I know Tidney mentioned earlier in the week, if he had time, he was going to do some experimenting to see how you actually did it. Because some of the cars I've followed have gone right over. So I'm expecting that to be a penalty. Yeah, there it is. Cut the corner and go onto the curb. It's probably a slight bug in the track limit penalty in the system. Because there are some weird bits. I know on was it the Nürburgring GP the sprint circuit? Yeah, that's penalty. The people on the GP circuit, yeah, the sprint version of that. There's as you're going past. I'm trying to think which bit it is. It's where you go onto the straight. I don't know the names of corners. But there's a section where you can run really wide. It's before the sprint track splits off from the main GP circuit. And they keep changing the track limits there. Because one time they had daily races and you could go as wide as you wanted, no penalties. And then they changed it. Just getting penalties all the time. And that yellow curve as well, if you go over that one, that's a penalty. I need to work on that corner, the line's wrong. I reckon I can brake later for that corner. I think with the... I've been getting sort of off stream. I've been getting quite close to the quali time. I reckon I can get a 128.8. If I can nail all of it, nail everything in one lap. There's a 128.8 in there. I just need to dial it in. It's kind of tricky when you're chatting though. Where is steering wheel? There isn't one. Or do you mean that one? No, traction control's turned off. If you look at the icons below the speedo and the rev counter, anything that's clear is turned off. Anything that's white is on, so the ABS is on, and it turns red when it's being used. That's how you can tell what assists people have got on. Hey Tyson, how's it going? Hope you're good. So if you look at the hood when anyone's racing in this, if it's white, they've got it turned on. Ah well, I'll keep that penalty because I've only got 40 seconds. Group 3 cars are quite tricky without traction control. You've got to be really gentle on the throttle. There's one handy thing with manual gears as well. If you find the tyres start spinning, you can change the gear up. Yeah, it's good luck with it. Right, Max is in again, so we'll do one more. Oh, we got neon on. Where am I? Oh, we're halfway into A now. Lost a tiny bit of SR in that last one. That'll be from tapping on that corner. Tizzy Pile, thanks a lot. Popping in. Have a good night. And this will be the last race anyway, because I need to go to bed as well. Mixing it up with the A+ guys though, which is good. Yeah, I need to knock another 10th off. Not that it's going to really help me. It's not really going to help my position. Mind you, if I got a 0.8, I'd be a bit further up. I'll have a go tomorrow, because I'll tend to stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I'm kind of tempted to play this again on Thursday, because it's been quite a good week so far. I'll avoid Sunday. I'll do something else on Sunday. Right, hopefully this will go alright. We've had some good results tonight. I've probably just jinxed it now. Got an absolute carnage in this one. Oh, he's gone. Few penalties. Cheers, catch. Oh dear. He tried to skip the too slow round that corner. This guy will probably overtake me. Oh, cheers, dude. Little tip for that one: if you don't floor the throttle as you're ready to go around the corner, if you blip it a bit, like let go, people run onto the grass, put one tyre onto the grass, and it your car can't slow down as much. It's considered cheating. That was close. This is going to get tasty on this corner. I had to slam down to first gear then to make the corner and not hit everyone. Lost so much time. I'll get some of it back on this corner. He says, by braking too late. Stampy's catching. Adrenaline rush had a bit of a mare on that corner. No penalties though. Purple sector again. Oh, was that a penalty? That was close. I think third might be a push. I think fourth might be doable if someone gets a penalty. I've only got one lap left though. Max is pretty good. Oh, nearly lost it. Oh, Samir had a penalty. Still, not a bad result. It's a good race. Yeah. Such a tricky car, this one. Oh, I can imagine. Not a bad result, though. Considering the competition. Because I know Stampy's really quick. This is probably his first night on. Give him another couple of nights on this and he'll be up at the top of the leaderboard. Cheers, Catch. I mean, this has possibly got to be the best run of results we've had for a while in one night. Especially sort of on a difficult circuit. We've avoided, we've only had a few penalties. We've not properly binned it yet. Someone gone in the pits or something? Wilmer Van Hinden. It's taken ages. Yeah, I've got a 1 terabyte drive, an extra 1 terabyte drive on my PS5. It's a WD Black 1 terabyte, I think. I saw you go off on first corner. That was unfortunate. Oh, I lost SR. That's because I tapped red line on that corner again. That's annoying. Good race though. Let me just have a quick look how many circuits there are. It's quite a few. Let me just see where the rank is because we've. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we're just over halfway now. Oh no, SR's dropped a tiny bit. It's not too bad. Right. Excuse me. Right, I'll show you. Where's the circuits? That's the license centre. I want world circuits, not license centre. $131,365. Cheers, Jack. Right, so we've got 15, 32, 41. So there's 41 circuits. Yeah, 41 circuits, and there's multiple layouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 15, yeah. Yeah, so that's how many circuits there are. 41, plus there's layouts of each one. So, don't think there's any other layouts for Red Bull Ring, as far as I'm aware. I don't think it's got the motorbike track. Yeah, it's only the one layout of Red Bull. Whereas some of the others have got a few layouts. Like Brands has got... they've only got one on the circuit, but on Time Trial, you've got Indy Circuit as well. Well, I've seen the motorbike racing, and they've got a slightly weird circuit. There's like an extra bit they do on that first spin. I've not raced at Yas Marina. I missed it. It looks like carnage though, because they've got it in Forza. And I've raced it in that. And it's horrible. Yeah, so Yas Marina, I remember they've got one layout of Yas Marina. They'll add more of that. There's only one for now, but they'll definitely add more. There's something they never use. Like, we had the Rallycross circuit the other week. That was great fun. That was so much fun. The Rallycross, I love that. But anyway, right, I've got a couple of roulettes to open because we always finish off on a couple of roulettes. Got 4 of them. See if we can get anything decent. You saw that oil out again as well. Oh, they're all 4-star. Okay. Right, let's see what we got. At least it wasn't the parts. I mean, some circuits are really nice. They're just horrible in this because you get punted off all the time. Oh no. Woo, a turbocharger. At least it's for an R34, so it might actually get used at some point. Yeah, hopefully they'll add some variants of it. I will take that. I don't need another Subaru. Right, how many have we got? Last one. See if it's a good one. Bit of a tease, but I'll take that because it wasn't an exhaust pipe. It's like a chicane on Catalonia, isn't it? Barcelona. That's horrible. But most of the time they don't use it, so which is good. I like Catalonia as well. It's a good circuit. But yeah, what is it? Interlagos. Interlagos is great circuit. Really good to drive. It's a tricky circuit, but in this you get punted off all the slow corners. Anything with loads of slow corners is horrible to drive in this in the daily races because you get punted off all the time. Anything that's nice and flowy tends to be better. Oh, no worries. Right, that's me done for tonight anyway. Let's go on to that. There we go. Right, thanks everyone for popping in. Had some good races tonight. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the likes. If you haven't hit the like button already, give it a tickle or double tap the screen on the vertical stream or tap the emojis as well. That works. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't already. I will be back on Thursday. I will, hopefully. And I would imagine I'll do some more of this because I quite like this race. And we've had some good results. So it'll probably all go to pot on Thursday when everyone's had a bit more practice. So I will have to try and improve my quality time, I think, before then. So yeah, hopefully catch you then. Until then, bye for now.